Your car is screaming at you, and you're ignoring it. Slow acceleration? Check. Terrible gas mileage? Check. Rough idle shaking the whole car? Check. Here's the truth. One tiny sensor is causing all of it. You've probably never heard of it, but it's quietly wrecking your engine. The fix? $10, 10 minutes. And I'm about to show you, because shops charge hundreds for this. Let's go. What is a MAF sensor? Alright, first things first. MAF stands for Mass Airflow Sensor. And I know what you're thinking. Great, another acronym I need to remember. But trust me, this one's important. This sensor is literally one of the most critical components in your entire engine management system, and most people have no idea it even exists. So where is it? The MAF sensor sits right here in your intake system, between your air filter box and your throttle body. It's basically the gatekeeper for all the air that goes into your engine. And here's why that matters. Your engine is basically a big air pump, right? It sucks in air, mixes it with fuel, ignites it, and boom, that's what makes your car move. But here's the catch. Your engine doesn't just need air and fuel. It needs them in a very specific ratio. We're talking about approximately 14.7 parts air to 1 part fuel. That's called the stoichiometric ratio, and it's the sweet spot for combustion. Now, how does your car's computer know how much fuel to inject? That's where the MAF sensor comes in. This little guy measures the exact mass of air flowing into your engine every single second. It's got a tiny heated wire or film element inside it, and as air flows past, it cools that element down. The sensor measures how much electrical current it takes to keep that wire at a constant temperature, and boom, that tells it exactly how much air is flowing through. Your car's computer, the ECU, takes that information and does some quick math. It knows how much air is coming in, so it calculates exactly how much fuel to spray into the cylinders. Too much fuel? You're running rich. You'll get black smoke, terrible gas mileage, and you'll foul your spark plugs. Too little fuel? You're running lean. You'll get misfires, loss of power, and you can actually damage your engine over time. So this sensor? It's not just important. It's absolutely critical to your engine running properly. And when it gets dirty, which it will, everything goes wrong. And that's what we're fixing today. Symptoms of a dirty or failing MAF sensor. Now let's talk about how you know your MAF sensor is dirty or failing, because the symptoms are pretty obvious once you know what to look for. Number 1, and this is the big one, your check engine light comes on. Now, not every check engine light is a MAF sensor, obviously, but if you plug in an OBD2 scanner and you see codes like P0101, P0102, P0103, or P0104, that's your MAF sensor telling you it's got a problem. These codes basically mean the sensor is reading outside of its normal range. Number 2, poor acceleration or hesitation. You're driving down the road, you step on the gas, and instead of that smooth power delivery you're used to, your car hesitates. It's like it's thinking about whether it wants to accelerate or not. That's because your ECU is getting bad data from the MAF sensor, so it's not giving your engine the right amount of fuel. Number 3, rough or irregular idle. You're sitting at a stoplight and your car is shaking like it's about to stall. Your RPMs are bouncing up and down. That's classic MAF sensor behavior. The sensor is sending erratic signals, so your fuel mixture is all over the place. Number 4, hard starting. Your car cranks and cranks, and eventually it starts, but it takes way longer than it should. Or maybe it starts and then immediately dies, and you have to start it again. That's often an MAF sensor issue. Number 5, engine stalling, especially at idle. You come to a stop sign and your engine just dies. You're sitting there embarrassed, trying to restart it while cars are honking behind you. Not fun. And often, it's because your MAF sensor is so dirty that it can't accurately read the airflow at low speeds. Number 6, decreased fuel economy. And I'm not talking about a little bit worse. I'm talking about losing 3, 4, sometimes 5 miles per gallon or more. You're filling up way more often than you used to, and you're wondering what the heck is going on. A dirty MAF sensor will absolutely kill your gas mileage. Number 7. Black smoke from your exhaust. If you see black smoke, especially when you accelerate, that means you're running rich. Too much fuel, not enough air. And that's often because your MAF sensor is telling your ECU there's less air coming in than there actually is, so the computer overcompensates with fuel. And number 8. Your engine just runs rough at highway speeds. You're cruising at 65 miles an hour, and the engine feels like it's surging or hesitating. It's not smooth like it should be. That's another telltale sign. The good news? All of these symptoms can be fixed by cleaning this sensor, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. How to clean your MAF sensor. This is the part you've been waiting for. I'm going to show you exactly how to clean your MAF sensor, step by step. It's one of the easiest maintenance jobs you can do, and the results are immediate. First, what you need. You must use MAF Sensor Cleaner. I recommend CRC MAF Sensor Cleaner. It costs about $8 to $12 at any auto parts store. Do not use carb cleaner, brake cleaner, or throttle body cleaner. Those leave residue and can permanently damage the sensor. MAF cleaner is designed to evaporate completely. You'll also need a screwdriver. Most cars use a T20 or T25 Torx, but Phillips or flathead is common too. Gloves are optional. Now, a quick warning, this matters. Never touch the sensor element. Never wipe it. Never use compressed air. That tiny wire is extremely fragile, and breaking it means buying a new sensor. Let's start. Make sure the engine is off and cool. Waiting 5 minutes is enough. Disconnecting the battery is optional, but it can help reset bad data. Next, find the MAF sensor. Open the hood, locate the air filter box, and follow the intake tube toward the engine. The MAF sensor is usually right there, with an electrical connector and 2 screws. Disconnect the electrical connector by pressing the tab and gently pulling it off. Don't yank the wires. Remove the 2 screws and carefully slide the sensor out. If it's tight, wiggle it gently. Don't force it. Now inspect the sensor. Inside, you'll see the sensor element. If it looks dirty or oily, that contamination is exactly what's causing your symptoms. To clean it, hold the sensor with the element facing downward. Shake the cleaner and spray from 6 to 8 inches away. Use steady bursts for about 10 seconds, then let it drip. Repeat this 2 or 3 times until the cleaner runs off clear. Do not touch it. Do not wipe it. Just let it air dry for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Once it's completely dry, reinstall the sensor, tighten the screws snug, not too tight, and reconnect the electrical plug until it clicks. Reconnect the battery if you unplugged it. Start the engine. A slightly rough idle for the first few seconds is normal. Let it settle, then take the car for a 10 to 15 minute drive. That's it. You just cleaned your MAF sensor and likely saved yourself a few $100s in repair costs. When to replace instead of clean. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about when you should replace your MAF sensor instead of just cleaning it, because cleaning doesn't always solve the problem. If you clean your MAF sensor and you're still getting the same symptoms, check engine light, rough idle, poor acceleration, it might be time to replace it. Cleaning works great for sensors that are just dirty, but if the sensor element itself is damaged or the electronics inside have failed, no amount of cleaning is going to fix it. Look closely at the sensor wire or element when you have it out. If you see any physical damage, if the wire is broken, bent, or corroded, you need a new sensor. Don't try to straighten or fix it yourself, just replace it. Also, if you find yourself needing to clean the sensor multiple times in a short period, like every few months, that's a sign that either your air filter isn't doing its job or the sensor itself is wearing out. MAF sensors don't last forever. They're typically good for about 100,000 to 150,000 miles under normal conditions. Let's talk about replacement cost. If you buy the sensor yourself and install it, you're looking at anywhere from $50 on the low end for economy cars up to $200 or even $300 for luxury or performance vehicles. Installation is literally the same process we just went through. Unplug the old one, plug in the new one. It takes 5 minutes. If you take it to a shop, expect to pay $150 to $400 total, depending on the car and the shop's labor rate. And honestly, there's no reason to pay that when you can do it yourself this easily. One more thing. If your car is throwing MAF sensor codes and you've cleaned the sensor but the problem persists, check for vacuum leaks in your intake system. A vacuum leak can cause similar symptoms and throw similar codes because it's letting unmeasured air into the engine, which throws off your air-fuel ratio. Check all your intake hoses, clamps, and gaskets for cracks or loose connections. And if you've got an aftermarket intake system, make sure it's installed correctly and that the MAF sensor is properly seated. Sometimes people upgrade their intake and accidentally create a poor seal around the MAF sensor, and that causes all kinds of problems. Maintenance schedule and pro tips. Alright, let's talk about keeping your MAF sensor clean long-term, because the best repair is the one you never have to make, right? I recommend cleaning your MAF sensor every 30,000 to 50,000 miles as part of your regular maintenance routine. If you drive in dusty conditions, if you're on dirt roads a lot, if you live in a desert area, if you're driving through construction zones regularly, you might want to clean it every 20,000 to 30,000 miles. An easy way to remember is to check your MAF sensor every time you change your air filter. When you're in there anyway replacing the filter, take an extra 5 minutes, pull the MAF sensor, and give it a quick inspection. If it looks dirty, clean it. If it looks clean, put it back and you're good to go. Here are some pro tips to keep your MAF sensor happy. Number 1. Always use quality air filters. Cheap filters don't filter as well, and they can actually fall apart and send debris into your intake. Stick with name-brand filters from reputable manufacturers. Number 2. Replace your air filter on schedule. Most manufacturers recommend every 12,000 to 15,000 miles, or once a year. Don't wait until it's completely clogged. A dirty air filter means more contamination reaching your MAF sensor. Number 3. If you use a reusable oiled air filter, like a K&N, be very careful about how much oil you use. Follow the instructions exactly. And when you wash and re-oil the filter, let it dry completely. And I mean completely, before you put it back in. If you reinstall it while it's still wet, you're asking for MAF sensor problems. Number 4. Avoid cheap aftermarket intakes that don't have proper seals or good quality filters. I'm not saying all aftermarket intakes are bad, but some of the cheap ones on eBay and Amazon can actually make things worse. If you're going to upgrade your intake, buy from a reputable company and make sure it includes a high-quality filter. And number 5. If you live in an area with a lot of pollen, consider cleaning your MAF sensor in the spring after pollen season ends. Pollen is incredibly fine and can coat your sensor element quickly. What kind of results can you expect after cleaning your MAF sensor? Well, if your sensor was dirty, the difference can be dramatic. You should notice smoother idle almost immediately. Throttle response should improve significantly. When you step on the gas, the car should respond crisply without hesitation. Your fuel economy should improve, sometimes by as much as 10 to 15% if the sensor was really dirty. And if you had a check engine light related to the MAF sensor, it should clear itself after a few drive cycles, usually within 50 to 100 miles of driving. And there you have it. For less than $10 and about 10 minutes of your time, you just fixed a problem that most mechanics charge hundreds of dollars for. Your engine is breathing properly again, your fuel economy is back to normal, and your car is running the way it's supposed to. If this video helped you out, smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment below and let me know. Did you clean your MAF sensor? What symptoms were you having? I read every single comment. Remember, take care of your car and it'll take care of you. I'll see you in the next one.